Even after a couple months, I still feel like we're not quite on a schedule or doing well with school every day. Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 13, 9, and 7. We are in our 8th year of homeschooling. This is a collaboration with Shauna at Homegrown Homeschool and Davine at Calm in the Chaos Homeschool, and we will have a playlist link down below of other moms sharing how their school year is going so far. Some of us could be having a great year, some of us could be like me and feel a little off and feel like things are not quite there yet. So hopefully this will be an encouragement to you and you will pick up maybe some tips on how to make your school year even better. So at the beginning of this school year, well, it was just a couple weeks before the school year, we were traveling and I was last minute prepping my oldest daughter, who is 13, to go to public school. She asked her mid-summer to go to a public school, and offices were closed, then we were going on a vacation, and then school was starting locally, so it was early August. So things were kind of crazy, and just getting back from vacation and then starting a whole new routine was a little bit chaotic. So my other 2 daughters, who are 9 and 7, we didn't start them until the next week to start official schoolwork. But we have kind of been doing okay. I think with my daughter going to public school, it has helped me in particular to get up. I have to get up with her. I have to take her to school because she lives out of district of the school that she is going to. So I do have to take her, and that is causing me to come home and I can get the other 2 breakfast at 8 a.m. and get them going if they haven't been awake before she left. So that is really helping us start the day earlier. And then we actually have a good stopping point for most days because I have to go get her leave around 2:30, 2:45, and so we have to be done by then. And so that has really helped me keep the school day in those hours. Some days are still a struggle with my younger 2 in particular. They love to play together. They're 7 and 9, so they're so close in age, and they're ones that will just go off and play, and that's totally fine. And I do let them have a lot of play days, but sometimes it's oh, just go ahead and play the rest of the day, and we aren't doing the schoolwork that we need to do. So sometimes while I do want them to play, I want them to play more maybe after school hours or things like that. We have also had a really hectic couple months of activities. So right after vacation, my middle daughter started soccer, and she was practicing 2 days a week and had games most Saturdays. Soccer season is over now. They lost in a tournament, their second round. So soccer season is over, and that was really fun to watch her because she's never played soccer and she really enjoyed it, and it was fun to watch her do something different. My youngest is in speech weekly, and then my 2 younger ones have been continuing piano lessons. Our piano teacher had a baby recently, so she had a few weeks off, but they are back at it and gonna have a recital here pretty soon. My oldest is kind of back and forth on whether or not she wants to continue. We typically go to lessons when she's in school, so we would have to adjust that if she was gonna continue. I'm not sure if she's going to or not. We have also started play practice. So my oldest is actually going to play in her school, and then my 2 older ones are in another play. It's a local community play for kids. So they are also in that, and that won't be until December, and they have weekly practices. My oldest daughter's school play is in October, so she has been practicing every once in a while. They don't have as many practices. She doesn't have as many practices to go to for that one. But things are kind of just chaotic with extra driving here and there. My mom has been helping me be taxi, so that has been helpful. As far as curriculum goes, we've had to make some adjustments. I don't like we haven't added in too many new things and like taken things out completely. So family time, I have had like videos on like the schedule, the morning time. With the two younger ones, it's easy to kind of bulk them together. And I had too many things, I think, in that schedule, and some things we just kind of dropped, like our poetry. We aren't really big into that, and we didn't really love that, so we just dropped that. I've asked them, like, I haven't loved our history that we have for reading, but they have seemed to enjoy it. So I feel like the reading is a little bit dry or maybe above their heads a little bit, but I do try to ask them the questions and also find YouTube videos or books that we can read to go along with it. We haven't done, now that one has like you're supposed to make hideaways in history, and we haven't done that, and that was like one of the things I was so excited about, but like it uses a lot of boxes and we don't have a lot of boxes here anymore right now. My husband got rid of a lot of them this summer, and so it was like I don't know what we're gonna do, and so we've kind of just like breezed by some of them. We might go back to a few of them and here and there, but I'm hoping, I don't know, I think we're gonna stick with it for now and hopefully get through like the ancient times and maybe medieval times, and then go maybe into American history. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. American history with Guest Hollow. So I'm trying to decide what we are going to do with that. But they really still like it, even if I haven't loved it. So that's pretty much our morning time. Going into fourth grade, I definitely had too much planned for my fourth grader, and I know she isn't ready for complete independence yet. She just finished All About Reading last year, and I have wanted to continue reading. I had several different options, and right now we have a good groove. So I tried to start Christian Light Education with her at this like early on this semester this year, and she just wasn't ready for Christian Light Education reading. I just think it was a lot of like extra work with the questions and things, and she wasn't quite ready. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm holding off on it until later this year, I think. So in the place of Christian Light Education reading, I already had this, was Mazda's Press, and we've done a couple lessons in there, just reading the story, answering the questions together. That's gone well, but one thing that we're doing right now, this was the biggest thing that I've added in, was Hearth and Story. So it's a novel unit study about, it's called The State of Being is the book, and it's kind of fun because it's Y2K. But I have been kind of interested in following along with Hearth and Story. It's a brand new curriculum company. They started it like last year. And so she's got like one novel for fourth grade. She's got all of fifth and sixth grade. She's working on like seventh, eighth grade. So I'm really excited to try this out and see how it goes, to see if we want to add in more next year. So that is what we're using for reading right now. We might go back to Mazda's after that, and then maybe pick up Christian Light or another novel unit. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of letting it be a little bit fluid, and we can kind of see where she is and what we can do with that. I had Word Roots by the Critical Thinking Company, and I just kind of decided to hold off on that as well. I didn't want to overwhelm her and just make her dread school. Some of the things that we did add in, so I have mathematical reasoning from the Critical Thinking Company, and I have her doing that practically daily to practice the skills that she needs to do for her Apologia curriculum, and that's going really well. And then we also added in Editor-in-Chief by the Critical Thinking Company, and that is her favorite. So I am really happy with that. She really enjoys reading the passages and editing them. I kind of wonder, I think she would like Fix-It Grammar in the future, but she really likes this right now, so I'm not going to change it. And so that is going well. She has been doing Earth Science from Science Mom, and that's kind of going slower than I expected. There aren't tons of lessons. I think there's like 40 something lessons maybe, but we are doing lessons like we're watching the video, which is usually 30 to 40 minutes at least, and we're watching it like half one day, half another day, so it's taking us a good chunk to get through, but I am enjoying it. I think she really enjoys the the different experiments and things. So that is going well. And like her math, Apologia math, it's going well. She's doing a good job with it. We have different curriculum and things for language arts. And so she's still doing Beowulf grammar, and we're doing that once or twice a week. So she is doing Write Shop for writing, and that's going well. I think that it's interesting because we're just kind of going through the process, and she's not quite used to like brainstorming and then coming up with like something to write and then like editing that and stuff. So it's kind of fun to see her go through the process. We aren't too far into that. There's only 10 lessons total anyway. So we are just on the second lesson. So that's going well. I've just kind of, like I said, tweaked some things. Like I didn't think that we should push too much with it. For my youngest, who is in first grade, she is doing well. We're trugging right along for phonics. I often have panics about whether or not I'm doing the right thing with phonics. If she's really learning, she's still struggling with vowel sounds at times. I did find this treasure hunt reading and I was so excited about it, but she didn't love it. I was like, oh, it's fun. It's got videos and like fun little like workbook pages and stuff. And she's like, I don't like it. I want my other one. And which we were still doing that anyway. So I was kind of just like adding more onto her plate. But the treasure hunt reading is free, and I will show you more about that in the future. But she just did not like that, and so I've taken that away, except for some workbook pages or some reading pages I let her do. I'm just really trying hard to focus on that. She's doing excellent with her Apologia math. She's almost done. Her science, we've been using kind of core knowledge, the free core knowledge science for first grade, and also miniature masterminds, and I haven't loved either of them necessarily. I don't know, I just dread kind of opening them up. But one thing I found out that she really loves are those mind bender books from the Critical Thinking Company. So both of my daughters that are homeschooling love doing those, and so like there's often times that they're both doing them at the same time and just excited to do them. So that has been really fun. So as far as unit studies, we are still working along and doing zoology from Campfire Curriculums, and I was like so excited, and I was going to start this agriculture unit or science from Gentle and Classical Press, but and like their main read aloud was Little House in the Big Woods. So I was like, oh, I want to read that with them. I'm so excited. But I also had a novel unit study thing to go along with that I purchased this year. So I decided it was going to be too much to do the agriculture and the novel unit study, and so I was like, we're just going to focus on the novel unit study. So we've only read one chapter so far in the last couple weeks, but that's going okay. So we're not doing the agriculture unit right now. I just think it's too much. Maybe either we'll start it in the spring or the fall. I don't know when. I always grab too many things and it's just too much. We are also going to be here in the next couple weeks focusing on the elections, and so that's one thing that I want to do in our morning time. I have a couple different resources that I've shared previously that we are going to use, and so that is what we have on our plate. So that is pretty much how our school year is going. Right now we are on fall break because my oldest daughter has a fall break. Typically we have never done a fall break, but we maybe like a day or here and there, but like I just felt like with my oldest home and doing what she wants to do, my little ones would not want to do schoolwork. So we're just taking the days and we're gonna go to like the zoo. They're gonna have a fun time with grandma, and I'm taking my oldest out with a friend. So I think that we are gonna have a fun break and still do some school, but not actually book work. So let me know how your school year is going. Do you feel like it's a struggle still to get your schedule going? That's kind of how I feel. I don't feel like we're in a groove quite yet, but I think we're heading there. Let me know down below how things are going. Don't forget to check out the playlist and Davine and Shauna's channels as well. Have a great day.